Hey guys, what's up? Xpecial here, and alright, well, anyways, it's my birthday. Yay, I'm 22 now. I've been playing League for so long. I was 17 when I started, and now I'm 22. 5 years, but it's only really been 4.5 since, yeah, I played pro for like 3.5 years. But anyways, enough of that. Birthday is not really too important to me. I had dinner or I had lunch with my family 2 days ago on Sunday, and that was kind of neat. Kind of, even though I live fairly close to home, I still don't go home enough, and my parents like they always try to get me to go eat dinner or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm too busy, mom. Got to practice, and yeah, it's been busy. Haven't really probably not gonna do anything for my birthday. It's because it's not a big deal. I believe it's also Dexter's birthday, and tomorrow is Dominate's birthday, so a bunch of birthdays in August. Kind of weird. But anyways, enough of that. So, scrims, we've been practicing a lot, or kinda, doing alright. Mixed results, I think. As we near playoffs, it's gonna get better and better, but right now, not exactly optimal results, so I can't really tell you guys who we're playing against or how we're doing exactly, but things aren't exactly looking up, but at the same time, we still have a little bit of time. We actually play in a week and a half, so it's really important that we do well at playoffs and just hopefully prove some people wrong. Speaking of proving people wrong, not sure if you guys watched Summoning Insight this week. It was with Saint Vicious as a guest, and a lot of things were said. So I just stick with that. And I like Thorn, I like Monty. They're both they're people who love giving their opinions, and oftentimes they're right, and sometimes they're not, and they just don't really like Curse as a team. They don't think that we're really good, and honestly, as much as I want to say they're wrong or whatnot, it doesn't really matter what I say. It's really just results, and how you play out is going to really determine what people think of us. Will they see, the forever fourth curse or whatever, or not even fourth, or like fifth or sixth curse, or could we be the team that goes to Worlds? So all those are on our mind as we go into playoffs. So I really don't care what people say right now because it doesn't matter. It's really how we do at playoffs, and I'm just gonna work really hard to make sure that we do well there. Speaking of something inside in general, I wouldn't mind being on that show and just duking it out with either of the analysts. I mean, I love just speaking honest. I love giving my opinion, but I like being a bit nicer about it, and I certainly don't mind being honest if I need to be. Let's see what else. I was gonna say, oh yeah, wait. I wrote down a little small indents or small notes, but I completely forgot what I meant to say with that. Okay, well, another thing is CLG got fined for sharing accounts in Korea, which is kind of a big deal. Not really. It's one of those you really don't want to be sharing accounts, but at the same time, usually Riot's gonna crack down on that, and it's not like a huge deal unless you get found out. I mean, not gonna say anybody, but people used to play on a lot of other people's accounts just for fun. It's not a big deal, but yeah, if you get caught, it's kind of bad, and I wouldn't suggest doing it, obviously. But yeah, they did get fined $12.50 per person, so 4 of them got fined for about what was that, 6K, 5K actually, and yeah, I mean they still gotta go to Korea, not a big deal. But yeah, CLG's definitely come back stronger with their experience in Korea, so yeah. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is Doublelift, or someone posted a video about Genja's build at Worlds a year ago, and how he went Triforce first on Kog'Maw, and then how Doublelift made fun of that build and said it was awful. And what I wanted to say was I agree with Doublelift that it was an awful build back then because of the way bot lane was played. There was a lot more sustain, and everyone went lifesteal in terms of runes. I believe. I'm actually not 100% sure anymore. It's been a while since then. But from my understanding was that patch, the only champions that could build Triforce were Corki, or Ezreal and stuff like that. And that's because they have the long range. Kog'Maw kind of works in that aspect, but more importantly, it was lifesteal that was huge, sustain and lifesteal. And honestly, Cog is great if you can poke at level 6 and use your Triforce procs, but unfortunately, either A, nobody could play Kog'Maw that well, which I highly doubt since Kog'Maw was like a top 80 picked, even before that, or B, just that the meta just didn't fit him. And it's hard for me to think exactly why it was the case, but I feel like it was because sustain was too much for Kog'Maw to be able to outpoke with just a Triforce and making him not as strong. Obviously, Triforce is strong mid and late at him, but yeah, I don't like it when people bring up old stuff and try to apply it into the current situation, just having it being taken out of context. I think it's completely unfair, first of all, and just kind of messed up, to be honest. And like examples of this would be when Lucian first came out. People said he was bad, and honestly, he probably was a bit bad. Not only were other ADs stronger than him, he kind of got a few buffs over time that caused him to be strong. Obviously, after a while, people realized that once all these other ADs got nerfed, he's strong too. So he ended up getting nerfed too. But initially, he wasn't that strong of a champion relative to other ADs. And a lot of times, people relate and be like, "Oh yeah, pros said Lucian was a bad champion when he was first released." They're obviously wrong because he's strong now after a couple changes. And I don't like when people do that. But at the same time, people are wrong. People give their opinions. Like even pros are wrong sometimes. So honestly, not a big deal. But it's something to be aware of when criticizing people. If you're someone that wants to criticize people legitimately. And alright, I think that's it for this vlog. It was kind of a mouthful, I guess. And happy birthday to me and these other guys, Dominic back there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys. Thanks for watching.